So I've got to talk about this woman, this parent in Georgia. Now, I don't know if you've seen this yet or not. But this parent in Georgia, this woman, she was booted off the stage at a school board meeting, happened in Cherokee County. Booted off the stage for reading some hot. We're talking sizzling off the pages hot passages from the novel Homegoing. Homegoing. That title reminds me of the life insurance commercial where the lady is surrounded by her family. She just had a near-death experience, health scare. And I gotta say something, if you can indulge me for a moment, I gotta say something about these life insurance commercials. This is some of the worst acting, worst scripted commercials I've ever seen on TV. I mean, if you want to get if you're at the bottom of the barrel and you're looking for a job, a gig, and you want to get your foot in the door or back in the door because you got booted out, do a life insurance commercial. Hi, this is Pete's Policies. We've got a policy for you. I'm sure you do. Pete's Policies Life Insurance. Call 555. Can you tell I'm in a good mood today? So this is an article at foxnews.com, and you have to forgive me because I had to handwrite out my notes here. Our Wi-Fi's been acting up for the past 2 or 3 weeks. We don't know what's going on with it. The internet company must have been out here 5 or 6 times figuring out what's going on with our router or modem. We don't know if it's something on our end. Maybe it's something with whatever the company is that they're piggybacking from. But you can't get on your Chromebook or your laptop. Now, I can get on the Wi-Fi with my smartphone. So here I am writing out the notes, squinting my eyes as I'm looking at small print. So we're going old school today. We're going old school. But getting back to this life insurance commercial. She's surrounded by this lady who just had this near-death experience, health scare, surrounded by her family. And with the cheesy smile, they're saying, "Oh, we're so glad you're okay now." And she responds by saying, "I know, darling. I know. But it's going to be all right now that I have that $9.95 a month life insurance policy. Because I'm ready for my homegoing." My homegoing. And when do you hear the name of the author of this book? And can you guess what this book is about? I'll give you a hint. It has something to do with CRT. Need I say more? But this woman was booted from this, booted off the stage at the school board meeting in this county in Georgia for reading some hot, as I said, hot content. So this is an article by Emma Colton, entitled the article, and I'm going to clean up some of the language here to keep this a family show. Georgia parent reading explicit content from library at school board is cut off, quote unquote, inappropriate. It says, Georgia school board member cut off a mother reading explicit content from a book available to high school students in the district, saying the passage was, quote unquote, inappropriate for any children to potentially hear. So why is this book in your school district? So I'm going to use my faux school board NARM voice. Excuse me, we have children at home. Cherokee County School Board member Patsy Jordan told the angry mother after she read the passage in question from the book Homegoing. The school board member pointed out that the meeting was live streamed and said reading the passage was quote unquote inappropriate. Again, if it's inappropriate for this meeting, it should not be in your school district, any of these libraries. High school library, maybe. College library. The parent quit back with, "Don't you find the irony in that? You're exactly saying exactly what I'm telling you. You're giving it to our children. I would never give this to my children. And neither would I give it to my children if I had children." I've said it many times on the channel. This is all a result of modernism. Modern art is what produces this tripe, this book called Homecoming. So there's a video of this exchange on Twitter, but I went to try to check out the video, and the audio is terrible. The audio is terrible. The audio is terrible. You can't make out a thing this person is saying. She's just standing there, and it's... If that's the case, don't post the video. But Jenny Beth Martin on Twitter posted, watch, and the word watch is in all caps, Cherokee County School District chairwoman says a parent is, I love this, quote unquote, out of order for describing obscene material that the district gives to students. If something is too obscene to be spoken about in front of adults, then it's too obscene to be given to children. Thank you. Amen. The angry parent then berated the school board over its process of removing books from school libraries, pointing out that the current wait time for receiving or for reviewing these books, pardon me, I was going to say receiving. I can't even read my own writing here. Told you I had to squint my eyes to look at the print here. For some reason, I write really fast when I'm looking at an article and have to write it out by hand. So she berated them for the amount of time it takes to get these books reviewed, get them out of the school district if they're inappropriate. And she went on to say this. All this happened, I love this. She goes after them in this next quote. All this happened under your watch. Maybe if you spent more time reading these books instead of calculating the statistical demographics of those submitting the books, you wouldn't be grooming our children. Bam! Thank you. But she didn't stop there. Oh, it gets good. Really, really good. You're saying that we're embarrassing you. Well, you're embarrassing us and our kids. It's not okay. You are supposed to be giving them a safe space in school. These books, if I can't email them to you, if I can't say them, they shouldn't be in school. Again, amen. The board then told the mother that her time was up. Cut her off. She's got us by the balls, but cut her off. Now, a spokesperson for the Cherokee County School District told Fox News Digital this morning, that the parent was stopped from reading further material from this book because it was a high school level book, and children younger than high school age have access to watch the video when it was posted or was meant to be posted the following day. Well, here's an idea. If it's sensitive material in this book that you don't want kids of a certain age to hear or read, then don't post the video. Have this be a closed door meeting where you have people from the public, parents come in and talk with the school board members, but you don't televise it. You can take notes, publish those notes, but don't televise it if this is such an issue. The spokesperson said that, this really kills me. The spokesperson said the parent does not have students at the high school level in their district. Doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. And has been advised several times, pardon me, that she could file a challenge to have the book removed. But parents have been making these complaints for months. And it takes till at least November to get whatever the book is removed. And Barnes & Nobles, of course, Barnes & Nobles has got to praise every book that comes out, right? It's the greatest thing since sliced bread. So this is what they had to say, Barnes & Nobles, about this book, Homegoing, by author, here you go, Yaz Gyasi. Let me repeat that, Yaz Gyasi. Y-A-S-G-Y-A-S-I. They called it, quote unquote, an extraordinary novel that illuminates slavery's troubled legacy, both for those who were taken and those who remained, and shows how the memory of captivity has been inscribed on the soul of our nation. And I can guarantee you I know exactly what passage this woman was reading in this meeting. Anyone else out there want to take a gander? Well, let's see. White slave owner, black female slave, 2 and 2. Can we say Thomas Jefferson? As I said, I'm trying to keep this a family show. Now, the parent who has not been identified told PJ Media the parents had been trying to get these explicit books removed, bring them to the attention of the school board since November. But the books were still available to students, including the novel The Glass Castle. So there you go. You mix modernism with these far-left school boards. Total dysfunction. You know, we really need to bring the curriculum back to the local level. Now, I know that happens where the state is in charge of the schools, but we really need to keep the federal government out of our school system, period. So, no Department of Education in Washington, D.C. You can have a Department of Education in your state, but not in D.C. It needs to be brought back to the state level. And the parents should have a right to vote on these books, not just file a complaint. But if there's a book that has some questionable material in it, then the school board has an obligation, because the parents pay their salary. They're working for the county, which is government, the school district. They're working for the people, the public school system. Then you should have a vote by the parents. You have a meeting, you vote on it, and the parents, not the school board, should be deciding what materials are to be taught in schools. Period. So I thought I'd bring this to your attention today. You'll probably hear a lot more about this in the next couple of days. Article by Emma Colton, foxnews.com. Georgia parent reading explicit content from library at school board is cut off. Quote unquote, inappropriate. So thank you for being with me, Culture Confederacy. Here it is, once again, Thursday, and this will probably be the only video I do for the rest of the week. I think I have 2 of them out there this week. But if you like the video, you know what to do. I don't need to go through that spiel again. So thank you for being with me, and I'll catch you next time. This is the Culture Confederacy saying peace out, stay safe, everybody. God bless this great country, and I'll catch you next time.